Good evening. Welcome to Northeast Wave Shots. You are listening to the evening bulletin of the day. Here are the headlines, starting off with the national news. Ashura-e-Muharram was observed with due reverence and solemnity in various parts of the country yesterday. The day marks the martyrdom of Prophet Muhammad's grandson, Hazrat Imam Hussain, and his companions who laid down their lives for justice in Karbala. Union Minister for Culture, Tourism and Development of Northeastern Region, G. Kisan Reddy, has reiterated that the country will be vaccinated by December this year. U. Raza Babu appointed as Director of Hyderabad-based Research Center Imarat. RCI is the premier avionics laboratory of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Missile Complex of DRDO in Hyderabad. PM Modi inaugurated and laid the foundation stone of multiple projects in Somnath, Gujarat via video conferencing. UP's former Chief Minister Kalyan Singh's health deteriorates. Arunachal working to resolve boundary dispute with Assam. Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Pema Khandu said he had already spoken to his Assam counterpart Himanta Biswa Sarma, who agreed to resolve all issues through bilateral talks sitting across the table. In Maharashtra, 13 laborers lost their lives on 20th August in a road mishap near Tadigaon in Sindkhedra Taluka of the Buldhana district. The accident took place at noon when the dumper carrying the laborers and iron rods illegally slipped and overturned, burying 16 people underneath the rods. In Maharashtra, schools in state may not open before Diwali, says Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar. 2 ITBP Jawans martyred in Maoist attack in Chhattisgarh. Maoist attack from a distance of 600 meters from Kadimita camp of the security forces. 2 terrorists were killed during a security operation at Crew near Srinagar on 20th of August, making it the second encounter in Jammu and Kashmir within a span of 24 hours. 150 people, mostly Indians, captured by Taliban near Kabul airport. Taliban spokesperson denies allegations. Following a meeting on Friday, August 20th, leaders of 19 opposition parties issued a joint statement in which they made 11 demands of the government, including expanding the COVID-19 vaccination campaign and Pegasus probe. In a very considerate step, the Telangana government has issued orders to prohibit the manufacture, sale and use of the glue traps of rodent control. Quick update. An Indian Air Force C-130J transport aircraft took off from Kabul with over 85 Indians. 19-year-old karate master dies after being engulfed by fire during stunt in Tamil Nadu. Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia has said that India is committed to bringing back its citizens from Afghanistan after Taliban took over. He said the Civil Aviation Ministry had operated its flight to Kabul every day. But after the closure of Kabul airspace, Indian Air Force's C-130 Hercules Globemaster aircraft flew to Kabul to bring back the Indian citizens' safety. Israeli Radar company signs Memorandum of Understanding to cooperate with India's Alpha Design Technologies Private Limited. The Navy's plan to build 6 conventional submarines in India for an estimated Rs 43,000 crore is heading for troubled waters, with one of the prime foreign technology partners saying that it may not proceed with the negotiations as it finds some of the tender requirements too restrictive. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited will be bidding to sell 18 LCA Mk1, a fighter aircraft, to the Royal Malaysian Air Force in the light of Malaysian authorities showing interest in the indigenous fighter planes, HAL Chairman R. Madhavan said. The long-awaited Project 75L gets round after one of the major bidders has withdrawn from the race. The Ministry of Defence in July had issued a request for proposal for the construction of 6 conventional diesel-electric submarines. Rewards for killing now even being paid in bitcoins. Addressing at UNSC briefing on threats to international peace and security caused by terrorist attacks, External Affairs Minister Jaishankar said that the latest report of the Secretary General has provided another stark reminder that ISIS continues to pose a critical threat to international peace and security. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar on ISIS. The financial resource mobilization of ISIS has become more robust. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar told the United Nations on Thursday emphasizing that the flow of funds has continued for the dreaded terror group and reward. AirAsia India has decided to use Airbus Skywise Health Monitoring digital system, which will help the airline save time and decrease the cost of unscheduled aircraft maintenance. British Airways doubles flight service between India and UK as travel demand increases. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar on Friday held talks with his Qatari counterpart Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani on the latest development in Afghanistan as he stopped over in Qatar's capital Doha on his way back home from a 4-day visit to the US. China may accord recognition to the new government in Kabul at an early opportunity, predicts Ambassador N.K. Bhadrakumar. Let's move on to the world news. The Biden administration has suspended all arms sales to Afghanistan. A decision in this regard was taken 3 days after the Taliban took control of the country. The US Federal Aviation Administration said that domestic air carriers and civilian pilots can fly into Kabul to conduct evacuation or relief flights with prior US Defense Department approval. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has again called for an immediate ceasefire in the Ethiopian region of Tigray, where government forces and rebel fighters have been locked in conflict since November. Bangladesh. Students aged 18 and above allowed to register for COVID-19 vaccine. At least 2 children were killed and a Chinese citizen was wounded in a suicide attack in southern Pakistan on Friday, the latest assault targeting Chinese citizens in the country. Moving on to the sports news. Tokyo Paralympics 2021 schedule. The Tokyo Paralympics will get underway in Tokyo from 24th of August to 5th of September. The opening ceremony is on Tuesday, August 24th. The 2021 Paralympics, also known as 16th Paralympic Games, which will be held in Tokyo from 24th of August and 5th September 2021. It has been estimated that more than 4,400 athletes and 164 NPCs will take part in the 2021 Paralympics. Coming to the end, let's look at the COVID update. India reported 34,457 new coronavirus infections in the last 24 hours, taking the overall COVID-19 tally to 3,23,93,286 on Saturday, while the number of active cases declined to 3,61,340, the lowest in 151 days, according to the data from the Health Ministry on Saturday. With 375 fresh fatalities, the COVID-19 death toll also climbed to 4,33,964, said the Health Ministry. India reports less than 50,000 daily cases for 55 consecutive days. So this is all for today. Follow Northeast Wave Shots. We are also on Instagram and also we are on YouTube. So stay updated, stay safe. This is me, Pratima Sharma, signing out for today. Thank you. Good night.